what time it is. It's time for a cooking show! Happy Friday, bitches! Let's make something good. So this week on the menu, I have an overabundance of potatoes. Potato! Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Overabundance of potatoes means we're gonna make some scalloped potatoes and some bomb-ass ham steak to go with it. So you just come join me and we'll see if I don't manage to not hurt myself in the process. Let's do it! Okay, so we're just gonna go right up over here. We're gonna breathe this guy up. Breathe it. Yeah, breathe it. Hello. As always, guys, we're gonna need some ingredients. Obviously, we're gonna need us some potatoes. We're gonna have a ham steak. It's still thawing in the sink. You gotta wait a minute. You're gonna need some butter. You're gonna need some brown sugar. You're gonna need some apple cider vinegar. You're gonna need some molasses. You're gonna need some Dijon mustard. You're gonna need some Worcestershire sauce. You're gonna need some milk. You're gonna need some ground cloves. You're gonna need some onion powder. You're gonna need some black pepper. You're gonna need some salt. You're gonna need some paprika. You're gonna need some garlic powder, some onion powder, some minced garlic. You're gonna need some onion. You're gonna need some chicken broth, and you're gonna need some flour. First things first, we're gonna make the marinade to put our ham steak in. Okay, just get you a gallon bag. That's fine. Easier to mix all that stuff together anyway. You're gonna need a quarter cup brown sugar. You're gonna need a little bit. Stop! You're gonna need a little bit of molasses. You're gonna need. Oh God, that's the wrong end. You're gonna need just a smidgen of ground cloves. You're gonna roughly need like about. Remember, I don't measure for shit. Roughly a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You need a couple little skirts of Worcestershire sauce. An extra one for good measure. You're gonna need roughly about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. That looks good. Now, close your bag up. It's gonna look silly because there's not a lot in there right now, and then you're gonna really smush all this stuff together. Smush it together. Like that. You're gonna have a glaze. Take your ham steak. We're gonna cut these into nice portions. It also makes it a little bit easier to fry them when they're in smaller bits. I'm just gonna do this. And each person can have a little bit of ham bits. I'm gonna put them right in our marinade bag. Like that. Yoink. Once you got all your ham steak bits in here, you're gonna close up your bag. Make sure it's sealed real good. So that way you don't make a mess. And we're just gonna massage that little glaze all over this guy. We're gonna leave these guys on the counter until it's time for them to cook. And any of this extra glaze we're actually gonna use in the pan too, so it gets all nice and thick on there. So, let it rest. Alright, after you've washed your counter off, washed your shit, now it's time to cut potatoes. I've got a bowl here with just some water in it. I'm gonna go ahead, thinly slice your potatoes. Like, I don't like mine paper thin, but thin enough that they'll cook in the sauce. Put them in the water. Yoink. I have to put them in water just to keep them from browning. I don't really do a lot of rinses to get the starch off because I kind of want the starches. That way it gets nice and thick in the oven. Like this. Now set aside. Do it! Alright, I found a spot. Right? Fucking A. I did it. It's gonna hang out right there next to the ham steaks. Now, dice your onion any way you want. You like it in slices? Good for you. You like it diced? Good for you. You do. Fuck. You do you. Oh God. Like this. Looks great. Alright, we've migrated to the stove now. In your pot, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna get our garlic and onions in here and start sauteing them till the onions are translucent. You do you. I'm gonna add like a heaping, a little bit more. We like garlic. Like 2 forkfuls of garlic. At this time, we're also going to season it. You're going to need some black pepper. When you think you've added enough black pepper, add more. I'm also going to add some garlic, some paprika, some onion powder, and a wee bit of salt. Make sure you whisk it so nothing burns. Now, once your onions are starting to get translucent, you're going to take a quarter cup flour in the pot of ghost. We're going to whisk this and cook this for a moment, and then we're going to add... God damn it, I dropped it. We're going to add our liquids. God damn it, I fucking broke my whisk. It's fine, I just shoved it back in. Okay. To this, we're going to add 1 cup chicken broth, 2 cups milk. He needs some milk! Now keep whisking this on cheese because this is going to shock you. But I like it cheesy. Once everything is all nicely melted together, I'm going to turn this off and remove it from the heat. In a baking dish, spray it real good. Take your cream sauce that you just made. Put about a third of it into the bottom. Done. Now add a layer of potatoes. Done. Add another third of sauce over top of these guys. Add the last of your potatoes. Now add the last of your sauce on top. Done. Now we're going to cover this guy with foil and we're going to initially bake it for 45 minutes. Oh yeah. Now we're going to uncover this bad boy and we're going to put it back in the oven and cook it for 35 more minutes. When there's 10 minutes left on the scalloped potatoes, that's when we're going to cook our ham steaks. Alright, in a pan, you're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter, melt it. Do it! Now, as always, make sure your tongs be tonging. Alright, so we're going to add our ham steaks to the skillet. Now these ham steaks are all... Alright, so we're going to add our ham steaks to our pan. I'm going to add a little bit of juice from the bag in here as well so it can get nice and thick in here. Now these ham steaks are already cooked all the way through, so all we have to do is heat them up, and I'm going to get a little bit of crisp on the outside edge, because that's the way you should do it. Oh yeah, just like that. And there you have it, folks. Scalloped potatoes, ham steaks, and then some sweet corn that I grew from my garden. As always, if you liked this video, give it a like, leave me a comment, ask me to make something.